Hi guys, it's Louise and today I'm going to be starting my first weekly vlog of the summer. This week is my first official week after finishing uni for the summer, so I'm hoping to get a lot of writing done and a lot of reading. I mentioned this at the end of my last video, but I'm hoping to write 30,000 words for the Never Curse in June, which works out at 1,000 words per day, so I think it's very much achievable. It is the 4th now and I am actually about 1,000 words behind, so I need to catch up, but it doesn't feel too daunting. It feels like it's something that I actually can do. So today's plan is first I'm going to go to the library because I need to hand some books in, and also they've got in some new releases. My library for some reason never seems to have new releases, but at the minute they've got in a lot of YA from 2018, including a few books that I was on the edge about buying, and then I saw that the library had them and I was like, I need to get this from there because I'm trying to rein in my spending a little bit. Like, I will read the books from the library and then if I really like them I will get my own copy. And then after I've been at the library I might come home for a little bit, and then I think I'm going out for a writing session with my friends. We're meeting up in town and we're going to go to a coffee shop and do the sort of stereotypical thing of writing in a coffee shop. I've had 2 of these sort of sessions before and they've been really helpful and really productive. So my aim for today is to catch up with my word count goal. Okay, time for a mini haul. Now, most of these books are new releases from the past 1 or 2 years, and then a couple of them are slightly older. But there was 2 in particular that I was extremely excited for. So I'll do the older stuff first, and then I'll move on to the very recent releases. First, I have Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I've got A Darker Shade of Magic on my shelf, but I really wanted to read this because I heard it's from the perspective of a villain, and that is something that really excites me in books, so I'm really excited to see how this goes. I've heard that V.E. Schwab's writing is absolutely amazing, and I just can't wait to dive in, really. Next is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I got this book because it's on my reading list for next year at university, and my goal for reading in terms of university books is that I get 1 done or maybe 2 done each month that I'm off for the summer. So this is one of them. I don't know anything about it apart from it deals with marginalised identities, or I'm assuming that based on the module that it's been set for. I have read one of Kazuo Ishiguro's different books, which is called The Remains of the Day. I really hated that book, but I think it was because of the deliberate style of writing. Hopefully with a different style of writing this one will be a lot better. Then I got Lorelei by Laura Dockrell. Again, don't know too much about this one apart from that it deals with mermaids, and I think it's a bit of a fluffy romance type thing. But I remember a couple of years ago when this came out, I was so excited for it, but then for some reason I just never bought it. So now I can actually give it a chance. Now moving on to the more recent books, starting with The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I think just before this came out, I actually got it on NetGalley and I made it halfway through and then I stopped for some reason. It wasn't that it was a bad book, I think it was one of those cases where I just wasn't in the mood for a contemporary. But I did love Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, so I'm sure I will love this too when I'm in the mood for it. And I think I'm going to save this one for probably when I go away at the end of June. Now the next 3 are actually 2018 releases. 2 of them I'm super excited for. The one I'm not quite as excited for is The Smaug Thieves by Sally Green. Now when I say I'm not excited, it doesn't mean that I'm not like really wanting to read this book, it's just I'm not as excited as the other 2 because I only actually heard about this book yesterday and it sounds really cool. It's like a fantasy but it deals with royals and that's the sort of thing that I love. Don't know much more beyond that really, but I'm sold. Now the 2 main books. I will start with the one that came out earliest, and this is Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. If you watched my 2018 anticipated releases video then you will have seen this book on there, but for some reason the hardback was really expensive on Amazon when I was looking, so I didn't really want to buy it at that price. So I was super excited when I saw that my library had this in because they never have such good big releases, but now I can try this one and then if I really like it I can probably justify spending the money on the hardback. And finally the book that I'm so excited for, I was going to buy it anyway really, but then I saw that my library had it and I had to get it now, and that is I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. If you don't know, Alice actually does writing vlogs as well and she chronicles her progress through her publishing career. I will link her channel down below because I just love her videos so much, and I read Solitaire, her first book, in 2017 or 2016 I think. I wasn't blown away by it, but I did like it well enough and the characters were really relatable. And then earlier this year I read Radio Silence, her second book, and it was so unbelievably relatable and it just felt so natural to read and I really enjoyed it. I think I rated it 4.5 stars and Apparently this one is just as good, if not better. This book is really great for diversity rep. It features a Muslim main character and a trans main character, and it deals with fandom. So one of the main characters is a fan, one is the sort of lead singer in a band, and I'm assuming they're going to meet at some point, but it deals with fandom and the different aspects within fandom, like the toxic areas and the really cool fun areas and meeting online friends. So I think I might actually start this one today. So I did end up going to the coffee shop, but I took my camera and everything, and then I got there to start my montage of my little time-lapse thing, and there was no memory card in the camera, which just about sums up my life. So I'm going to, next time I go, I will definitely take the memory card. We didn't actually make that much progress anyway, because we were just talking about sort of the end of our modules and things. So I'm currently sitting at 400 words for the day. It's nearly 10 o'clock now, and I need to be up early for my first day at work. So I will aim for 1,000. I'm going to hopefully get to 1,000 in the next hour, and then I'm off to bed. I just got back from my induction day at work, and I am so tired. I can't even think about writing right now, partly because I know it'll just be absolute crap, not even the kind of crap that you can make sense of, but just complete rubbish. And also just because I can't think properly, so I think what I want to do is just spend tonight watching TV and maybe doing a bit of reading and try to make up some of the words tomorrow. I don't think I filmed yesterday, but I did actually end up writing 500 words, and I read about 50 pages of I Was Born for This, which I'm absolutely loving so far. It's everything I thought it would be in terms of the style and the tone, so I'm really excited to continue that later. Today is my only day off work this week, I think, so the plan is, it's currently 10:15 now, I have a hairdresser's appointment at 10, so my hair generally goes to about here, but I'm going to get it cut to this sort of length. And then I might dye it later as well, I'm not sure, because I haven't dyed my hair in ages and I'm just feeling the urge to. So I'm going to go to the hairdresser's, then I need to nip for some shopping, just some bits and bobs. And then after that, I'm going to split the day between reading and then writing the Never Curse. Okay, so I just got back from the shops and it's currently 12 o'clock. So what I think I'm going to do is, I've got a sausage roll from Greggs. If you don't know what Greggs is and you're not from the UK, then you are really missing out. But while I'm having that, I'm just going to read a bit more of this book. And then I think I'll watch the latest episode of the originals and then I'll get into writing. Okay, so I'm currently about 60 pages into I Was Born for This and I'm loving it already. So our two main characters, because this is a dual perspective novel, the first main character is a character called Angel and she is a Muslim. And then the second main character is called Jimmy and he is a trans man. And he's a sort of lead singer in a band. And what I think is really interesting about this book so far is that it's looking at fandom on both sides. So it's not just looking from the fan side of things, it's looking from the side of the celebrities. And what I thought was really good that Alice has included is that the characters in the band are being shipped by their fans, and it reminded me a lot of the Dan and Phil fiasco, with everyone thinking that they're dating even though they're probably not, and that is happening with two of the characters in the band, and our other main character, who is one of the fans, is actually one of the shippers. So there's lots of interesting dynamics starting up already, and like I said, I'm only on page 61. This book is about 400 pages long, but I think I should be able to finish it by the end of the weekend. Yesterday turned out really well. I actually got 1,682 words down, which was amazing. I'm still not on track in terms of my total word count. I'm currently sitting at 5,000 and I need to be at 8,000 today. So I'm really hoping to catch up by the end of this weekend. I'm not going to pile it all on today. I do have some time to write today. It's currently 11 because my alarm, I slept through it. But I don't start work until 4:30, so I've got a good few hours where I can just try and write. And in aid of that, I'm going to do a reward system today to try and boost myself a bit. So for each 250 words, I'm going to give myself a little biscuit, and hopefully that will give me an extra incentive to write. I didn't end end up getting time to close off the vlog yesterday, so that is what I'm doing right now. This week started off really well in terms of productivity with my library trip and everything, but then as I've started work, things have gone a lot downhill in that. I've still managed to do roughly at least 500 words a day, which I'm really happy about, but it isn't the 1,000 words a day that I had planned, so I really need to get that back up next week. Next week coming, I'm at work 3 days during the week and then the weekend as well, I think. So I should have a couple of solid days where I can do some filming, but apart from that I'm not too sure. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you like this first weekly vlog, and let me know if you do so that I know to keep making them. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.